And we're back. It's time to see what else is happening over at PaPPo's Pizza.
That's right. Tom joins us now. Tom, what's going on?
What's going on is what you might think. I'm sitting here and you two are very jealous because I've got the pizza in front of me at PaPPo's. I've got the general manager, Max, with me. Good to see you again.
Good to see you.
Oh, don't spill that.
I know. This is precious cargo right here.
It really is. Okay, of course, PaPPo's known for its pizza, but I'm going to shift things up a little forward because these meatballs look like second to none.
Yes, they are incredible. Yeah, all beef meatballs made in-house every day, fresh to order pretty much. So, you know, and then like I said, like I talked about the bread, fresh bread every day as well with them. So, you know, everything you're seeing right there on that plate has been made within the last 12 to 13 hours. So,
you know, we looked at the salads a little earlier. They looked great. The crostinis, you've got the meatballs and fresh bread. We're going to get to the pizza in just a moment, but this is kind of a crowning glory here at PaPPo's. Tell folks about these.
Yeah, so those are our brown butter chocolate chip cookies, and I'm telling you, you've never had a cookie like it. They are, you know, they're one of a kind for sure. Kind of a staple of our company and our business model, you know, is we keep it fresh, so we make those every day in-house.
And this is one of the things, you know, that if your server comes up and says, would you like a little dessert or something like that, if you're full to the gills,
yes,
take some of these cookies home at the very least.
At the very least, yeah. They'll even taste as good as they tasted in the store as they do the next morning when you wake up and have them for breakfast. So.
Yeah, they are very good.
Yeah.
I can attest.
You can attest, yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about the pizza because you've brought two varieties of pizza.
Yeah.
But how many do you actually have here?
We've got over 30 specialty pizzas on the menu, and we also offer a build your own option, so you can make it as crazy as you want. We'll put it together for you.
So now you got basically a jillion different types of pizza.
Yeah, you'd have to get a mathematician out here to do that one.
It's your imagination is what. Well,
yes.
Tell us about this one here.
So this is going to be the margarita pizza. So, you know, it's got a nice light olive oil and marinara sauce base, and then it's got feta and Swiss cheese on top with nice fresh Roma tomatoes, fresh basil, and then we do a nice balsamic reduction, same thing that goes on the crostinis over the top of this, and then finish with a little bit of parm on top, and that one is just like, oh.
The balsamic that you add to several things, that just gives that little tang.
Little tang of
really
sweetness.
Nice.
Yeah, just a little tang of sweetness.
All right, let's talk about pizza here, this one.
That's going to be the Sicilian, So the Sicilian, you got the capicola, salami, pepperoni, sausage, banana peppers, red onions, and then a little extra cheese on top to really bring that one together. You know, and like I said, that sausage made in-house, fresh, and then obviously all the fresh deli meats, banana peppers, red onions cut by hand. And then on top of that, it's also on our fresh made-in-house hand-tossed crust, which is a 5-ingredient, super simple, but super effective dough.
Super good.
Yeah, super delicious.
A crust can make or break a pizza.
Totally.
This
it
one
is the
helps
heart of the
make
pizza.
it. Yeah, absolutely. And the nice thing is, like, if I go, ooh, I really like that Sicilian, but I'm not a big fan of peppers. Get it without the peppers.
Yep.
It's pretty
you
simple.
can take it off, put it on, whatever you want to do.
Now, we were talking a little bit earlier. You always have things going on here, and I think one of the things that we were talking about is trivia.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, so trivia is going to be the last Tuesday of every month. This most recent one that's coming up is going to be Friends themed, so it's all going to be trivia based around the show Friends.
Right.
And then we've got Four Hands sponsoring it, so we like to put on about 5 beers. We run a little special on them. You know, talk them up, give away good prizes, prize for every round, every winner. And then the winner of the night gets a $50 gift card to our restaurant, and it's valid at all locations. Yeah, it's a really good deal. It's a lot of fun, too.
Okay, and one thing I also wanted to mention, we just touched on it a little bit, groups. You can handle groups here very easily.
Yeah, we like a good call ahead, but, you know, I've handled up to 40, so if you got a big party you want to book, just shoot me an email and we'll get it started for you.
Okay, now I've been to the PaPPo's up at the lakes. I've been to both here in Springfield. You guys are growing, however.
Growing a lot, yeah.
You've got some openings coming up in our viewing area.
Yes, so we've got Jeff City coming up with hopefully within the week. It's a beautiful store, you know, all new everything. You know, you're going to want to be there for that opening.
Yeah.
And then next we've got Branson. Branson's going to be really nice on the landing. Super excited
for
that
one.
Right on the landing. Yeah, right on the landing. And then the next one coming up is going to be Kansas City, Missouri, which is also going to be really exciting, kind of westward expansion-wise.
Okay, this is kind of amazing because you think of, you know, PaPPo's as a local place, but you guys are really starting to spread out. This is great. Hey, okay, all the different types of pizza. I mean, you brought out the meatballs, but you have other things on the menu for people to eat.
Yes, we got cheese bread, breadsticks. Like I said, plenty of pizzas. We got sandwiches, salads with protein. Yeah, I mean, the list really just kind of goes on and on.
You deal with keto and things
Yeah,
like
so
that?
we've got gluten-free, vegetarian options, vegan options as well.
All right.
Yeah, we've
People
got
want
it
to
all.
keep track. How do they
Hey,
do it?
They come to PaPPo's.
All right, very good. Go to Facebook. I know.
Yeah,
they're
oh,
there.
Facebook, yes.
Yeah, Max.
Yeah,
thanks
keep
for
up with us.
having
Yes,
us
sir.
here today.
Thank you, guys.
This is
Appreciate
great
you.
stuff. Back to you.
Thank you, Tom. They really do have endless options.
I know.
love it there,
yeah,
and
their
I am
menu is-
starving now. I
Yeah.
thought it was just you, but now I am
I
after seeing that
know.
pizza.
I'm telling you, it rubs off. It rubs off. All right.